Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about being lonely, okay? I'm also going to be doing a little get ready with me because I know that you don't have that big of an attention span, okay? And also, it might be nice. The first thing I say about being lonely is to know that it is not your fault. I feel like everyone's going to be lonely in their life. You're always going to find kind of like a time when you think, oh my days, I have no friends, and that's okay. It's okay to be lonely. I'd say you want to first learn to like yourself, because if you don't like yourself, how are other people going to like you? And this is coming from the perspective as a Christian, okay? I'm a Christian, and you're always going to have two people with you, okay? God and yourself. And even if a situation which you're in, you're like, I don't understand how this happened to me. It might be in God's plan, maybe in a situation which you're in, it's like, maybe you're going to learn how to love yourself and understand yourself. And it might be in God's plan for that to happen to you, Maybe you're going to learn a skill which is going to help you in the future. And I'd say that you're not the only one who's lonely. Even the social butterfly, they might also be lonely, but they just have a bunch of acquaintances, but they don't have any actual good friends who they can rely on. And I'd say probably for me, don't. Obviously, if you make a bunch of friends, that's good, but I'd say try to make like one or two, or just make like a group of like a really good friends, not like a bunch of kids. Because I've seen kids in really big friend groups and they just seem really lonely. Like, they have like this group of like 20 kids, but they just feel really alone, and I feel bad for them, if you're just alone. And it really sucks to be alone, I mean, me personally, I do have a nice friend group, but I just feel alone sometimes, and it generally is a really terrible feeling. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, to be honest. So, and also I think an important thing to know is that you're never going to get on with everyone, okay? Just make sure that you love yourself, okay? Also understand who you are, because I realised that I don't really know who I am. I'm going to say, I'm an intelligent kid, but that doesn't define me. Who am I? So just write down kind of your characteristics. Stay away from maybe your job or your school or any kind of other labels. Like, what's your personality? Are you more of an introvert or an extrovert? Are you kind, caring, compassionate? Just find a dictionary, learn a bunch of fancy words, okay? Just find out who you are, I think, because that's like a great starting point, because once you know who you are, I feel like you can branch out and find people who are like you. Trying to find out who I am still, very interesting actually to go on this. Now I'm going to talk more about my experience being lonely, okay? Just so that you guys have someone to relate to, because when you're alone, you feel like you're the only kid who's alone, and actually, like, it's really sad. Which is great, you've taken the first step to this video. Hopefully it will help you guys to be more talkative, to find some more people. Okay? My personal experience is I do have some friends, okay, but I just, whenever I'm in lessons at school, I just see everyone chatting, and I'm just on my own doing the extension task, and it's generally quite. You just realise suddenly that, holy moly, I just feel really alone in this world. And I'm primary school. A lot of kids left, or the kids who I was friends with left, and it generally probably shaped me to who I am today. And I'd say, however hard it is, try and look at everything from a positive perspective. And I know it's really hard because I'm still trying to do this, and it is generally a really difficult thing to do. Try to look at everything from a positive perspective, okay? So maybe it's called plan. Maybe you're going to learn some skills. Maybe if you don't have a lot of friends at school, you're going to get better grades, you know? Not yapping away to your friend. You know, just try and look at everything from a positive perspective. This is generally a really hard thing to do, and I have not mastered the skill. Okay, and I say also accept, okay, so every single situation that you felt lonely, like I keep on having flashbacks to all these situations where I had to pair up with like a random kid in class, and I'd say you have to accept that, okay, I am lonely, I am a lonely individual, but that doesn't mean that I can't become not lonely. That doesn't stop me, that's not a barrier. There is no reason why someone with some friends can't be you with some friends. There's literally no reason why you can't. Okay? And if you think that people are always, they always think about me, they always think about, I'm so ugly. To be honest, no one's gonna think about that. Most people are just focused on themselves, you know, very self-centered. I mean this in a way to kind of help you guys to try and befriend people, because people aren't going to be focused on you the whole time. Like, I mean this in the nicest way possible. People are not going to really give a frick about what you're doing with your life. They're going to be like, when's the next Adopt Me update coming out? You know, they're not going to be thinking about other stuff. They're just going to be focusing on themselves. Which is a great thing, to be honest. You know? I say probably with bullying that has definitely affected me, and being lonely, because I think once you're kind of being bullied, a lot of kids will gang up on you, and it's actually really, it's not your fault, okay, when you're getting bullied, it's literally not your fault. Those people, they have issues and they need to sort them out before they go into adulthood, you know? And I say, especially when you're getting bullied, I get bullied still, and I've been bullied before, has not got better. I know people are like, oh, it makes you stronger. It can, but it just makes you more depressed, if I'm completely honest. This is from me. I say it has slightly made me a bit more of a resilient person, but then I am very much a kind of like authentic, like I will always be myself. That's kind of like me. I'm not gonna change for everyone. That's just my personality, because I read a lot and I know people are really disgusting towards people, especially certain people of certain ethnicities and certain religious beliefs is absolutely disgusting. I mean, even as a Christian, especially in England, I say probably one of the biggest religions is Christianity. And I was like at school, and this kid, they were ripping apart a Bible, and that is so disgusting, like vile behaviour to do to anyone's religion. And I was in the class, and these kids were just moving these books around, and so I was in the humanities section, and they just had to move a few textbooks and stuff, and we have these religious books. They also had some Bibles as well. And this kid, right, he was like, oh, I'm going to steal a Bible. And he just ripping apart the pages. And it's a religious book. Like, I try and take my Bible everywhere, wherever I go, especially if I'm on holiday. Just going out because it's my religious book. And that is disgusting behaviour. And, you know, I think if you're getting bullied, I think I've been in a time where there are these year 7s, and I know year 7s, it's used as a meme and stuff, but there was this year 7 and she was squirting like this energy drink in my hair at school, and I just couldn't do anything about it. And that's not my fault. If anything happens to you, it's not your fault, because I was thinking, oh, I'm weak, oh, I'm so gullible. Why am I like this? Like, why is it my fault? Does God not love me? But it's not your fault, okay? It's these kids' fault. Why? First of all, you're a really amazing person, and honestly, is there a problem if they're not friends with you? You know, there's just... Things will get better, okay? Even if you look ahead and think, oh my days, my life is absolutely trash. I hate my life. It will get better, okay? I promise. Okay, I promise that it will get better. I promise that God, or whatever your religious beliefs are, I promise that they will ensure that your life will get better, okay? And try to be a bit more of an optimistic person. What I personally do is, every night before I go to bed, try and remember 5 things which I'm grateful for, okay? Or 5 achievements which I've accomplished. I hope that this video helps you guys. Bye, just take care of yourself.